Hello everyone, this is the Abundance Oracle. Early, not that early, it's already 8:30 in the morning. And this one's for you. From you know what this is, my favorite cup, because I can grab it just perfectly. I might have to be quitting coffee soon. I guess the prices are going to be even worse than they already are. Okay, so what we're going to talk today about, if you heard my last video, I know it's a little longer, 11 minutes, but if you haven't started or have started somewhat or are very organized for bad times, we're going to just tap on what needs to be done in each section. Number one, you want to make sure you have water stored up, a minimum of 1 gallon per person per day. And that adds up if you're going to try and rescue your family, and let's say the water goes out for a week, or there's something explodes somewhere, which seems to be happening to a lot of our food processing, a big, huge medical supply place blew up this past week. So what you want to start out with is your food. Get enough put away for, well, I'm going to say just start out whatever you have. I think unless it's some huge disaster, you want to be able to get yourself fed and your family fed if you lose your job. And how long is it taking for people to find jobs nowadays? If you've been building your AI skills, which I know a lot of older people my age definitely are not. People are rarely doing that. But if you build your AI skills and you're becoming valuable to your company, and it's not likely that you will need a new job in the near future, well, you better think twice, because I hear a lot of people getting fired who thought they'd never be fired. White collar workers, blue collar workers, owners of the companies, presidents of corporations that are being taken over, or even the banking system. You know, a lot of these banks are not in good financial condition. Anyway, start out like that. Second thing to do, if you have your food and your water enough for a couple of weeks at least put away, make sure you're rotating it. The people that the country that produces a lot of the medicine for the United States has started to eliminate some of the products that they're selling to us. So you want to make sure you have a little medical kit for yourself. And if you are someone that takes prescription, you want to figure out how to get a little backup supply of prescription, because if it gets hard to get your prescription, you don't want to extinguish the effects and wait a week or 2 weeks until you get your new prescription. You want to be able to carry through whatever your prescription is. Okay, so that would be the next thing after that. And also, if you live in a state where you can do this legally, maybe have a little protection for yourself. That would be very advisable. And start taking classes on that. Not just one class to learn how to use it, but you need to practice. And it's not a cheap thing to do. So that's one thing. All right, then if you're basically organized, and no one is ever fully organized, because that would include off-grid electrical systems for yourself. You have your water supply handled, you'll have your food handled, you have your security handled, you have your communications should electricity go out handled. So no one is ever fully handled, but you should look at what area that you're not proficient in your skill set. Do you need to learn better gardening? Do you have all the tools for the garden? Do you have the fertilizers that they're saying are hard to get, did you stock up a little bit on those? What about some chickens? You don't have to have tons of chickens. You can get going on the little chicken supply. Learn what food you can grow for the chickens, so you're not spending tons of money on a 50-pound bag can cost you $45. I mean, some of this stuff is crazy. So you've got to figure out and become like you're a child. Think of creative ways of doing things, not just a standardized, oh yeah, we go to the store and we buy this. We go to the store, we buy that. Are there any farmers near you that you can go introduce yourself and buy some of their, whatever they produce? Whether they produce eggs, whether they have goats, goat milk, cheese, beef. Beef is really under attack. And now, the screwworm accidentally showed up in the United States. All these accidental things. It's like when we had that accidental stuff that occurred. So there's seems to be a lot of fronts that you need to start thinking about, a lot of different issues that you need to plan for just in case. And if you're an older couple and you're not worried about it, well, find some young couple that needs some guidance. Talk to people. I talk to everyone now. My kids say, Mom, stop talking to every person you meet. Well, it's necessary now. We need to make more neighbors into friends, and you need to know them and they need to know you, that you're a good person. They can count on you to show up when they're in need, and you can count on them or can't count on them to show up when you're in need. All right, this is the Abundance Oracle. Love you all. Have a great day.